Hey, what is up guys? So I got something that is literally taken out of like some anime status type of a duel. It is Synchro Monarchs with Nekroz, and it's got Phantom Knights. It's got literally everything. It's got Pendulum. Anything you could think of, it's in this deck, and only people from the TV show can pull off this. So Mr. Captain Cardsworth over here is playing some a Monarch Cleese, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good mixture, you know, that could definitely see some play. And this guy's like, yo, I'm on some next level meta. I'm playing Monarch, Synchro, Gishki, Nekroz, Phantom Knights. I don't even really know, but there's an amazing card that supports this crazy deck. And the whole time I'm like, what is this, the new Plant Synchro? Like, this guy's got options for days. He actually got negated and he's still going off, and I'm like, what's going on here? So he makes an ultimate. He's able to get an Ignister, which I thought, dang, you can actually bust that card out. Then he activates Instant Fusion, and he's like going off for plays, and he goes and makes Yazi, and then he's gonna go ahead and add another card. He goes for Bryanak to search out another card, and then he goes and go back another card. It's just like only out of the anime. Then he goes for Parent Seahorse, summons an extra token over here, and then he goes for Cycle, summons Bryanak, so he can bounce back two things if there were two things. And then he activates this card, and this is where it supports all this crazy game mechanics. It's called Sacred Serpent's Wake, and I feel like we really need to talk about this card real quick. So it's a quick play small card that says you can only activate one of them per turn if you control two or more different kinds of monsters. So it says Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or XYZ, activate one or more effects depending on the number of different kinds you control and resolve in sequence. So two or more, you get to target one monster in your graveyard or one in your banished zone, and then you get to add it back to your hand. And then three or more, you get to target one trap card in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. 4, you get to target one spell card in your graveyard except for Sacred Serpent's Wake and add that target to your hand. Obviously, if you could add the same copy of itself, you could loop it intentionally, internally and go over and over. And I'm just like, this is a real card. You get to add back a monster, a trap, and a spell card potentially. And obviously with cards like Reinforced Truth, you're able to, you know, obviously go for the idea of play. Like, it's absolutely crazy. And I'm like, all I can think of and all I want to do right now is I want to build this deck because this deck looks amazing, and it looks like it's one of those super hype like anime like decks. So like, you know how Yugi, like, he just played like, you know, he just threw an Exodia into his deck and was like, you know, I got the Dark Magician deck, and all of a sudden I just summoned Exodia. Like, those are the kind of things that I love. But this deck, like, it's got pendulums, it's just everything into one deck. Like, literally just all like a bunch of good cards put into one deck. And look what this guy's doing. Like, he makes this deck look like, no, this is a straight up archetype deck. He's like, oh, yo, I got Phantom Knight cards, I got the Unicorn, negate stuff from the extra deck. Like, this guy has options for days, and I'm just like, I need to learn how to play this deck because this looks like the new, like, most fun deck to play. It has the ability for you to go for whatever you want. He's got pendulums, he's got Gishkis, he's got Nekroz, he's got Monarch, like, draw power. It's crazy. And then he goes for Pleiades. I'm just like, what can't this deck do? This is the best deck. Like, it has options to go for whatever you want, and that's what I really like in decks, to be able to go for whatever they want. And then some of your engines can be reset with Daigusto Emerald. Like, this is the deck that I want. I don't know what else to say, guys. This is one of the most amazing decks I have seen in a very long time. Super unique. I mean, look at this field. If you were to ask, what is this guy playing? I would be like, it must have been a tag duel. This ain't no tag duel. This is some real life stuff. But oh my gosh, let me know, guys, if you guys want the deck profile from Mr. Shane over here. I think this is the craziest. This is like the coolest deck I've ever seen. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys give that like button a titty slap, especially if you want the deck profile. I'll try to get it for you guys as soon as I can. But the best deck I've ever seen, man. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Been your boy, Will Smith, signing out.